Doctor
Mate, are you?
on his final lap. Unless he's burning fuel, yeah. He's just doing a fuel burning lap. ABJ, so...
This pit lane is looking stacked. Everyone is coming out of the pits.
Yeah, so ABJ will definitely benefit from doing this fuel burning lap, but... Oh, Doctor. Is Doctor going? Yeah, Doctor's going, so he'll have a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic here. Everybody's going to need to get out of the way for him, or he's going to, I mean, just immediately send a ticket out.
All out.
And he invalidates.
Invalidates.
Oh, no.
If he's got enough fuel, he can refuel before
I think...
it's over.
He might have enough fuel. He's not blinking yet, so that's a good sign.
It looks like he's got over a lap of fuel left.
So he should be able to go one more.
Looks about 1.7 he's got left. So
Yeah,
he should
so
have
he
enough.
should have enough, yeah. But ABJ will be our first to set a lap. Endzone and Joseph are the only two that will not set another. Purely because Joseph retired. One lap wonder.
Only a 119.
Yep, but he will go again. He did a burner.
Yeah, but he's blinking fuel.
ABJ really sliding with the car. Struggling to get the power down.
It still says he has a purple sector 1.
I think that might just be his best purple. I'm not sure how actual purple that is, as Joshy is getting out of the way. I think he might have invalidated. Yeah, he has, so he's just getting out of the way for everybody. He's in an awkward spot to park.
I'm just seeing if this Haas is going to run out of fuel before he ends his lap.
ABJ is up 1.8. Fuel is the question. He looks to be good. I think he'll have enough. Out and around. On the power. He'll be the first one to set that final time. It'll be a 15.5. P10.
Yeah, I think he went.
Just about.
Wheel will also be on track for a 15. It'll be a 15.4.
P8.
Jump down to Ethan Turfy. He goes P3. And then to Ranger. Doesn't improve.
Savage and Valley. Oh, what the f-
Bard to
Doctor dead.
P3.
What the f-
Watching with Doctor. Can Doctor snag pole? Squirrel goes last. Can Doctor snag pole? He cannot. He'll keep P2. No
Reimer's on the left.
P6.
Reimer,
Reimer
P5.
P5. Joshy cannot
P5.
improve. Ben P8.
Ben P8.
Wow, I mean, everybody just flying out at the last minute. There's too much to watch. Doctor P2, Bard P3, Ethan P4, Reimer, Noel, Endzone, Ben, then Joshy, Mac, Ranger in his first quali session, then Guil, ABJ, Squirrel, and Savage didn't even get a time going. Wait and see as we're ready for the sprint. Div 1 Imola, round 8, and it's an immediate go. That's a great jump from Doctor. Doctor's immediately challenging the lead. Ethan Turfy and Bard. We're gonna look a little further back because we know what carnage there is. But Doctor, we're right on board with Ethan. Doctor. Oh,
yeah.
It's Bard. Bard backwards. Reimer up to P4, benefiting the most out of that. Nolan to P5 still. And Ranger. What's happened in the back? Ranger and Ben falling way far back. Ranger has wing damage. And a lot of midfield scruffle. ABJ struggling to get those tires going. But Joseph just barely getting ahead of Doctor. Ethan and Reimer are behind. Joshy ahead of Mac, his teammate for next season. And Guil is dropping back fairly far and fairly quick as Squirrel's had a spin. Oh no. As Doctor has completely dropped off Ethan Turfy, and this will be big for his teammate in Reimer. Who is fighting the championship against Joseph, and he needs to minimize as many points as possible to Joseph. As Bard past Wheel off the track. Wheel's having a bit of a struggle bus of a start so far, and Noel's been dropped by Reimer, so a couple of splits in this train already, 1 lap into the sprint, but Doctor holding strong. Savage up to P9, great start from him, and he's already won off the points, and with the way that he's been driving, he might be able to make it into the top 5. There goes Mac off the track. A little bit of a Ryan there. End zone pass Noel. Noel gives it fairly easily. And Joshy's looking for a move on Noel. Noel's having a little bit of a struggling time here to get power down. See you later, Derek. Final lap for Joseph Dunrod. Doctor is going to look for a move. Joseph's got the battery. He's got the defense. But Doctor roars around the outside. Gets the move done. But Joseph, he has the battery. He has the pace. It's just mind games between these two. As they fight for this sprint win, Joseph's got 90% battery. He's doing this on purpose. But Doctor's going to go immediately into charging. All he has to do is stay ahead just a little bit longer. But Joseph's struggling on the tires. Doctor doing everything he can. He has to. He needs to. Out and around. Quick left-hander. Joshy's crashed. But that's not the focus right now. Joshy is put in the wall. Savage got ahead of Reimer somehow. And Reimer's playing defense. Joseph, he's going to look for a move. He needs to make the move now. He's going to fake it. But Doctor doesn't fall for it. But he's got to make a move now. Joseph, he's going to look down the inside here. He's got more battery than Doctor could ever dream of. Doctor inside, Joseph outside. They touch just a little bit. This is immaculate defense from Doctor, but he had a... Oh, it's gonna be a sprint race down to the line, and Doctor will get the sprint win. Savage P3, Endzone brings home P4, Reimer just falls to P5, Ethan, ABJ, then Ben, oh, and Noel sliding, gonna come home P9. Wheel has the 3-second, so it won't really affect them. And Ranger up to P10, Wheel P11, Mac P12, Squirrel, and then Joshy's just kind of playing in the sand right now. He's just driving wherever.
Unless if there's more action in the race.
That was a fairly good sprint.
Well, and Giliaz is invalidated before he's even been able to settle up.
And here comes Endzone. Endzone will be the first and final person to set their final lap. He's up 4/10 right now, Endzone. Here he comes, and then we'll jump on board with one of the Alpines. I think that's actually, that might be Reimer. Out of the way is that Aston of Noel. Very well done. I think it's Ethan Turfey next. Up to the line, and it's B2.
B2.
Then it's Ethan Turfey, because I think that's Reimer ahead. Yeah, that is Reimer. Ethan Turfey. Up to the line. Very well managed battery. Does not improve Doctor, though. He has invalidated. He will not get to the line in time. Doctor will be sitting P3 at best right now.
P2, because Joseph's 5 place for a penalty.
5 place. Joseph will go even quicker by 3/10. Mac will retire. He's got a 5 place, so he's starting last. Bard will go P2.
Place 7.
Ranger
on pole.
Where could Ranger go? Up to P8, and who's next? Noel. Noel is up 4/10 right now. Out and around. Where can he go? All the way down. Getting the power on. It's gonna be
P5.
5. All in. Or can
Reimer
Reimer?
around the final corner.
Reimer is The final guy to set a lap up to the line. Where can Reimer go? It'll be P4.
Oh,
As we get ready. Round number 8 at Imola. It's a big championship weekend. 5 red lights. It's a waiter. And away we go. It's a great start from Reimer in P3. He's got a great jump. Endzone gets barred immediately. But Reimer gets a great start. Doctor's down to 6th. Joseph down to 7th. Joseph around the outside. How much commotion is there? Who's willing to risk what? Joseph and Doctor side by side. You know those two are going to work together. Joseph stays where he's found himself. Noel is in the same spot. And that's Ethan Turfey off the track.
Oh.
Not too sure what's happened there. Ranger loses out a little bit. And Joseph's up to P4. Noel had a moment.
Oh.
They're going 3 wide. Up the hill. Doctor doesn't want to be there. He'll back out of it. But he will want to follow Joseph through as... Oh no, Savage! Savage is off! He's out of spin!
No.
He's out of spin! So is Joshy though. So,
Uh-oh.
front wing damage, or rear wing damage for Joshy, and that's terminal. And great racing from Doctor. What a move through the chicane there. But yeah, Joshy's got rear wing damage, and I think that's just race ending. And Laura, I think you gotta have a word with ABJ and his driver there, because it's not ideal. Anyways, back to the racing. Joseph is up to P4. Doctor stuck behind Noel, and that's not what Doctor wants to see. He's not who he wants to be behind, and there's already a 2-second gap. And oh my word, heavy racing, and Noel is lost out to Dr. Mint and Ethan Turfey. And I'm sure I'm going to see a ticket with Doctor's name later on in that exact scenario.
I think,
Noel's had a moment.
Look.
Noel's just dropping. What
Two
is
certain people
Joshy doing? Joshy, just go retire in the pits, man. Oh my Lanta. As ABJ is past Noel, 2 rivals, and ooh, ABJ's not gonna be happy about that. Reimer and Joseph fighting side by side, the championship rivals. One sitting on better battery than the other. ABJ's in the thick of it, and DRS will go on. Joseph won't have anything. I'm not even worried about a safety car because Joshy is way back there. Strategy on the day is a 2-stop. And Joseph, I'm pretty sure, will just let Reimer go. He's still burning battery. Mint Kestrel ahead of Doctor. And they're about to drop Ethan Turfey. So, looking a little bit further forward. Endzone and board.
That's spun it.
Battery than everybody ahead. Outside of Endzone, but Endzone's been able to sit ahead and charge. Won't be enough due to the DRS. Bard looking in a little bit of a squeeze on Endzone. Absolutely, just sit Endzone.
What just happened there? He just went straight on.
ABJ will know not to take the place from Savage. We'll get safety car in this lap as Ben Formula lines up to the back of the grid on brand new tires. And I think Ben could low-key go to the end here. Brand new tires, so I'm gonna watch out for him. He could go to the end, so could Mac, Mint, and Ethan. So this is interesting. A little bit of commotion on what's gonna happen, but it's all up to Bard. When will Bard go? He will go very late. He'll go earlier than Noel, though. Rangers had a beautiful start, but doesn't seem to be affecting Doctor at all. Doctor will go full speed. Look at a little further back. Wheel is the only one with kind of a gap, so they might open up, you know, some sort of incentive for Reimer to make a move, as Joseph is looking to pressure Bard. Doctor close behind. Ethan and Squirrel touching wheels. One off the track, one on the track. And Mint Kestrel's up into P10. Maybe Mac and Cheese to follow, and he will. Mac nearly into the back of Mint, but keeps the car under control, and Ethan Turfey is down to 12th place. A little bit further up ahead, Joseph still sat behind, Bard charging battery. Through the chicane, everything fairly easy. 1, 2, and 3 are fairly close together, fairly tucked in and very tight. As Gwill's been dropped, so this may pose opportunity as Joseph down the inside. What a... Oh, that's a very, very interesting place to overtake. Is he gonna give up DRS? No, because DRS is now just enabled. So, going sooner than later may be working in his favor. But now it's going to be a big fight. Reimer past Wheels off the track. Where are you driving, mate? That's not... Yeah, it's not great. But Reimer now has a little bit of work to do if he wants that DRS to catch up. But it should come fairly easily with the bunch and how packed together everybody is. Three tenths is what he needs. Ethan Turfey past Mac. You know Ethan's got pace. It's stored in there somewhere. It's just give it some time. Reimer will catch by this next chicane. He'll have DRS. He drops Squeal, so that'll be a prime opportunity for Squirrel to move up. And Reimer with this wing damage, working some magic. He's fluctuating with that 1 second gap. He just needs to push everything he can. He's using every bit of battery. Down and around the final corner, making sure the car turns in well. Does he have it? It's gonna be close. He might. It'll be very close. The wing damage will give him straight line, but he doesn't get the DRS, and that's a-okay. Doctor past Bard, Savage past Ranger, and Mint Kestrel past Ethan and Wheel. Squirrel getting past, so Wheel getting passed by 3 people here down that main straight. Reimer a little bit further out of it because of not having DRS or battery on that straight. But he is gaining. Does have that better straight line speed with the wing damage. And ABJ really starting to pose a threat here, but he does have to pit again because he went hard to hard. So we'll have to go mediums one more time, I do believe. If I'm not mistaken. And Reimer, he's back. He's charged that battery this lap, and now he's going for the DRS, and he will have it. Mac and Cheese past Wheel. Ben Formula past Wheel, so Wheel having a little bit of a rough outing. Down the inside of Ben, this is good racing. Down the inside again, but initially, inevitably, has to give it up as Ranger has been dropped a second. ABJ gets prime opportunities here to make a move. Around the outside, in the grass just a little bit, and he gets the move done on Ranger. Brings Reimer closer, Mint Kestrel on Squirrel, and Joseph gets a 3 second. Wow. Good racing so far. And Bard dips his tires in the grass. Savage gets a free move up into P3 and on the podium. That might hurt them because that might cause them to lose DRS, but we know how Savage is with his battery. I actually learned a little trick from Savage. So it's he's got quite a ways of managing this battery. So I took a little incentive from him. But so far so good. Ranger down to P6. Reimer is ever so close to Ranger, and he will get DRS. So maybe going to be able to jump up to that top 5 train. Reimer losing the rears. He's going to push Wheel with another 3 second time penalty. But Reimer needs to go and get past Ranger as soon as possible. ABJ having DRS. Doctor actually got dropped by Bard. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, Bard is close been dropped from 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But it also looks like Savage is now quicker because he's got the cleaner.
Yeah, it seems to be, and he's got more battery. He's been a lot better off. And I'm curious because Docta is struggling, yes. He's barely hanging on to Bard. Does he help his teammate Reimer? Or does he play his own game? Because he does... Look, Docta has a 3-second right now, right? Reimer is a second. Oh, does he have a 6?
Yep.
Oh, he does. That's right. Oh, fuck.
If you go in the menu and go down to detail and go into penalties, you can see how many penalties they've got.
Curious, because Reimer has just dropped ABJ. What's the gap from... ABJ's just out of that 6-second of Docta, so Docta really needs to hang on and put in a hefty stint here behind Bard. And...
Bard is also the 3 seconds.
ABJ is just barely out of that 3-second, or that 6-second. He might just be in it. It's very close between ABJ to Docta, but Docta will have the DRS on this lap, the final lap, in which Savage is actually leading to Joseph, who has no battery. Joseph has 8%. Savage is sitting at a comfortable 60. Savage going a little bit wide, having a moment there. Joseph, no battery, has DRS, but Savage literally has so much more battery than Joseph. He can just burn down the entire straight. Joseph has not gained really any time. As Docta climbs ever so slightly closer to Bard, as long as he doesn't get another penalty, he should be pretty clear of ABJ, as ABJ is just 2/10 behind what he needs to be if he wants that P5 position. As Docta's been dropped off really hard by Bard. He had a moment there. That's not what you want to see. That's what he needs to do, is just keep up with Bard. The gap is too small for him to keep that position. ABJ's about 4/10 in this gap. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. Docta gets another 3-second, and that'll solidify it.
A race to forget.
Mint Castro getting past ABJ. ABJ's actually just giving it to Mint because that's his main driver. He's letting off completely. And I think he's going to try and let off the 3 seconds entirely. This is very interesting. But Savage actually wins it by an entire second. Joseph P2, Bard P3, Reimer P4 holds off a boatload of points to his championship rival. ABJ P5, Mint P6, Docta P7, Mac P8, Ben P9, Ethan Turfy, Ranger, Squirrel, and Gweel. But Savage, what a drive, what a run. Holy shit. And he's just beaten the guy who is trying to go out there and win a championship. What a race, what a drive from Savage. From quali ban to the win. And he's done it.